Tottenham Hotspur beat Qarabag 3-0. We went down to 10 men. The team rallied together. Best thing that happened was Radu Dragushin going off, and it led to a whooping. The fans were behind the team. Ange Postecoglou made the right moves. What a feeling, what a night. Watching Tottenham on a European night. Let's get into this video, my homies. Welcome back to the channel. I am your homie, Leo Kois. You may have spotted something different off of the bat. I still do have some hair. You guys never see it. I was thinking, what type of hat do I want to wear for this? Because after I make this video, I'm taking my family for some ice cream and I need to put on a hat. I figured the channel is going through some changes. We're doing things differently, and why not do something different? So let's continue with the video. Radu Dragushin starts the game off with a clumsy tackle. Could he have done better? Yes, of course he could have. Given the circumstances, when this was happening, I mentioned to my friends at the pub, I felt it was the best case scenario for Spurs going down a man. And I know that's some sort of twisted type of thing to say, but hear me out, my homies. I have good reasoning for saying so. To continue with uploading a video on a regular basis, I did release my match day vlog, which I will now link right up here. And in there, I mentioned how we went a man down, and now this opened up the game for Qarabag. They're definitely going to try and take advantage of the situation and score a goal for themselves, which was going to play into our favors. Ange Postecoglou deserves some credit here. He went with a very strong attack, did not change it in fact. Dominic Solanke, Heung-min Son, and Brennan Johnson have all been contributing to the goal tally. And against this team, I favored our lineup regardless. Radu gets sent off, and when he's walking past Ange Postecoglou, it was a weird moment. They showed it on the screen, and Radu just walks by with his tail tucked between his legs, knowing he was in the wrong. So he kind of just calmly walked up and left the pitch and went to the locker room. And equally so, Ange Postecoglou paid him no mind as he walked by him. Usually when things like this happen, you know, the coach comes over and says, you know what, attaboy, whatever, next time, you know, we'll have another go. But this shows Ange Postecoglou's character. This shows his focus, his demeanor. He is 100% dialed in, and Radu Dragushin single-handedly changed the course of this match. We knew changes were going to have to be made to the squad, and the unfortunate recipient of this whole debacle has to go to Lucas Bergvall. Gets taken off right away, and I automatically feel for this kid. I mentioned Lucas Bergvall in my last update, you could catch right here. And what I focused on was how this game was going to be instrumental to the growth of these players, to get minutes under their belt. And Qarabag FC, look, I'm saying this with all due respect, they're not the scariest of opponent. I heard they were doing good in their domestic league. However, I never checked to see myself. I kind of just took what people said. So I looked at this as an opportunity to make a few changes and bring on the youngsters. Change was made, and on comes Destiny Udogie. We end up keeping a back line of 4 players. And shortly after making the first substitution, Tottenham stood with their high line, stood with the high press. It worked to perfection. Dominic Solanke stole the ball back from a Qarabag player, laid it into the run of Brennan Johnson, who fires it into the corner, and I could not have been any more happier for this young man to score another goal. Tottenham have won 3 in a row. I will talk about that a little bit later on in the video, but one of the key factors in that 3-game winning streak has been this young man at the center of tons of abuse. Brennan Johnson calmly puts the ball into the goal and gives us the lead. A man down very early on into this game. We have the rest of the game to go still, playing a man down. Qarabag was producing their own chances. If they had better quality on their team, we could probably be talking about a different type of video, because they had many of chances throughout the first half. They just could not make one capitalize, and that is what hurts a team at the end of the day. If you cannot complete these opportunities, you will not score score goals, chances are you will not win the game. And for the majority of the first half, this was a thrilling game. Tottenham, like I said, did not lose a step whatsoever, and Qarabag were not going to fall back either. They wanted to win this game. They were definitely not going to give in to the situation, not fall victim to the crowd, not fall victim to the circumstances. The referee did an excellent job on the night, even calling the Radu Dragushin call, and even the penalty call, which happened later on, may have been a bit soft, but there was really no controversy. This game was not determined by the referee, so I just wanted to at least make that known. So we get to halftime of the match, and like I said, back and forth football, which was very entertaining for the viewer. I want to say Brennan Johnson comes off and Kulusevski came on. Ballsy move from Ange Postecoglou, taking off your goal scorer. Maybe you're just telling him, look man, important match coming up on the weekend. You're getting the start. You got your goal now. Let's just take you off. No injuries happening. Let's play it safe. A very smart move from Ange Postecoglou. Again, giving credit to where credit is due. The second half gets underway. Kulusevski, the fresh substitute on the pitch, sends the ball in. The Qarabag keeper makes his best impression of Vicario, fluffs the line, and ends up playing it into Pape Sarr, who's sitting at the back post like a poacher, waiting for this opportunity, puts his foot through the ball, scores his goal for Tottenham Hotspur. Pape Sarr is another one of these midfield players that we have whose form has been inconsistent this whole season. Very nice to see him get this goal, and maybe it's a sign of things to come. Even if you're sticking around on set pieces, wait for your opportunity and bag them. Let's go, Pape Sarr. You get your first Europa League goal for Tottenham Hotspur. Hopefully this only gets the ball rolling and we start to see more of Pape Sarr, because I'm sure you can agree with me, we probably share high expectations for this player. I mentioned the referee had a very good game on the night. Yves Bissouma kind of got him on the pre-tackle, if that makes any sense. He kind of went to step and nicked him and then followed through with the tackle. And I think it was this initial contact that ended up drawing the penalty. The penalty taker steps up and sends this ball into the stands. It was exciting to see him sky the penalty, I'm not gonna lie. And it meant Tottenham still kept the clean sheet. I mentioned earlier, had Qarabag had a bit more, whoa, that was a hard one. Had Qarabag had a bit more quality in their team, they may have been able to win this game, if I'm giving you my honest opinion. Well, fast forward things to the 68th minute, when Heung-min Son has a shot from outside of the box, the rebound goes off to the side, and none other than Dominic, the stanky leg Solanke, as we like to call him here in Denver, gets his opening Europa League goal for Tottenham Hotspur. It's good to see this player scoring goals, considering he just came to the team from Bournemouth, and the best thing for this striker would be score goals, catch your rhythm, and do it on a regular basis. And of course, you have to love the celebration to top it off. Yes, my homies. Just to wrap up my thoughts on the match, Vicario for me could easily have been my man of the match. Let me know as well in the comments who was your man of the match. For me, I'm giving it to Vicario. He kept the clean sheet. Every attack was dealt with properly by Vicario. No mistakes. I can't remember any mistakes. A proper football match at the lane. European football, like I said at the beginning of the video. A perfect way to go into the weekend. A very tough opponent. Manchester United are going to be a very good way to gauge where we're at. We're on a 3-game winning streak. It's going to be a perfect time to march into Old Trafford, stomp the hell out of these Red Devils, and show them why Ange Postecoglou has the Lily White Army playing the way you and I want them to play. The Premier League is back for us, at least on Sunday. Like I mentioned in my last video, we are expecting a guest by the name of Schoolie Spurs. This man is on a mission from Boston to Utah in his school bus converted RV, taking time to come and watch the game with us. He will be on the channel, so look out for that. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, I'm jumping on an airplane to Minnesota, watching the Rapids play in the nighttime. My second away game in about 2 weeks. I'm very pumped. Speaking of away days, I'm going to link the last away day vlog right here. Give it a watch, my homie. The KC Stadium, in my own opinion, one of the best ones I've been to. Give the video a watch. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And come on, you Spurs!